Okay, so you want to learn how to mod Test Drive Unlimited 2. Well, this video will be a complete guide from start to finish on how to mod Test Drive Unlimited 2. Now, if you want to find out how to get Test Drive Unlimited 2, I'll leave a pop-up on the screen right now for you guys to go ahead and click and check out. But if you already have it installed, let's get started. Okay, so first, let me show you some things that you want to download to get started. First, you need TDU Unpack GUI version 1.3. I'll leave the link down in the description below. Then you also need Vehicle Editor TDU VPE release. Again, this link down in the description below. Now, just for some modding examples and some recommended mods that I think you should check out if you want to mod the game is this Unofficial patch version 0.41, Hawaii Summer mod, Ibiza Summer mod, Orthophoto, which is literally, as you can see, a satellite view in TDU2. And then there's also Orthophoto for Hawaii, as you can see in the background. That's literally what it does. And then I have a car mod. We have the Cayman GT4 here uploaded. Again, link in the description. A Cayman GT4 sound mod. And these are all the mods I'm going to show you how to install today in this video, just to give you an example. And then we also have Autopack version 2.1, which is a new update for Autopack. Again, all of these links down in the description below, but let me show you how to do it. So first things first, you want to open up your TDU directory. As you guys can see here on the left side of the screen, I have a fresh install of Test Drive Unlimited 2, and it's going to be in a packed form. How do you know if your game is packed? Well, if you click on Euro and BNK, if you see just video here, your game is packed. All right. If you see a lot more, then it is unpacked. So if you double click on the Unpacker installation, you will bring up this menu. First, you want to click next, then agree, and then next. Then it's going to ask for your packed folder. Now, this packed folder is a fresh install of Test Drive Unlimited 2. You can see I already have it here. We're going to click OK, then next. Then your TDU Unpacked folder is going to be a folder that you just created. Now, I just created this folder here called TDU Unpacked, and I'm going to unpack here. We're going to click install, and now this will unpack your game from the TDU folder to the TDU Unpacked. So this might take a while though. If you do have an SSD, it will be a lot faster. However, just be patient and wait for this to finish. Okay, so as you can see, it just finished unpacking. We'll click next and then finish. And now if you go to your unpacked folder that was just created, you can see it looks a bit different. Now, if you actually go to your Euro and then BNK, it's filled up with a lot more folders. But let's show you now the unofficial patch method. Now, if you double click on unofficial patch, you guys can see right here, this setup will come up. Now we're going to click next, agree, next, next, and it's going to give you two options. What you want to do is make sure you select advanced install for Unpack TDU2. It does say not recommended, but trust me, this is what you want to do. So now it's going to ask you for two different directories. First, your packed folder, which again is going to be your fresh install of Test Drive Unlimited 2. You can see I've selected right here. Then it's going to want to ask for a different directory of where your unpacked game is. Now, again, for us, it is right here called Test Drive Unlimited 2 Unpacked. We'll click OK, and then we'll click install. Now what it's going to do is actually start installing unofficial patch to your unpacked folder. And then as you guys can see, it's now been unpacked. We're going to click next, and then we're going to click finish. And now unofficial patch has just been installed. Okay, so now that we're done all of that, let's actually get to installing mods. As you guys can see, we're going to actually extract these mods that I've downloaded before. All you have to do, pretty simple. If you have WinRAR or whatever you use, I'm going to extract to each archive to a separate folder. And I was going to extract all of these to the separate folder, and then I will show you how to install the mods. Okay, so as you can see, I now have all of these files that have been extracted. So first, let's install Autopack version 2.1. All you have to do is very simple. Open up the contents of the extraction, and you can see these files. Basically, it's very simple. As long as the directory matches the same thing as the mod, that is exactly where you have to put it. So as you can see, we have Euro BNK database. Very simple. If you go here, Euro BNK database, you can see that these files are supposed to go in here. Now, the very simple way to do it is if you actually go back and we go to Euro BNK and have these four files, all you have to do is copy these and paste them in the same BNK folder. Now I'm going to click paste, and it's going to work the magic. As you guys can see, it'll take a bit of time. Then it will say, if I want to replace the destination with some files, I'm going to click yes, replace, and then we're done. If you guys are aware, now we have all of the additional cars from the Autopack, as you guys can see. Very simple, but now let's do the next part. But now let's try some graphic mods. You guys can see I have the Ibiza Summer mod and Hawaii Summer mod. Very simple. If we go here, we go to BNK, open this up, FX, you can see that there's something called Weather FX. Now, if you go to the same directory in BNK, which we're here, FX, you can see whether FX is there. All we need to do is literally paste this like so, replace, and then we are done. Very simple. The same thing for islands, Ibiza. You guys can see that these 3 levels. Now, if we go back, Euro, BNK, islands, Ibiza, you guys can see there's these 3. Copy, paste them, just like so, guys, and replace the files in the destination. And just like that, we now have Ibiza Summer Mod installed into our Test Drive Unlimited Unpacked folder. The same thing goes for the Hawaii Summer Mod, guys. Very easy. BNK is going to give you these. Again, we already replaced this Weather FX, so we don't need to do it again. But Islands, Hawaii, you guys can see here. If you go back to Islands, Hawaii, simply copy and paste these files into your directory. Just wait, and then replace the files in the destination like so, as you guys can see, and then we're done. Just like that, we now have another mod installed. Now for the next thing, let's actually install an individual car. So for example, we have the Porsche Cayman GT4, guys. As you can see, it's going to give us these 2 folders, Euro, BNK, and these are going to replace a certain vehicle. And this example is going to be the RK Spider. So we have to do very simple, guys. As you can see, we're in the BNK folder. BNK, very simple, copy, paste these, and it's going to say copy the 10, replace these files, and then just like that, we're done now. Is replace those files. Now all we have to do is now install the sound mod. I already have it here, Cayman GT4 High. We're going to copy this, and just like before, if you go to the BNK folder, then go to sound, then vehicles, you guys are going to see all of this here. All we need to do is paste this like so. However, there's one thing you have to remember. Because the Cayman GT4 mod is called RK_Spider, because it replaces that car, you now need to change the name of the Cayman GT4 file. This is very simple. All you have to do when you rename it is replace Cayman GT4 with RK Spider. So we do RK_Spider, and then always have to end on an _high. Just like that, it's going to say, do you want to rename it? And it's going to say there's already a file in the same name location. We're going to click yes, and that is what it's going to do. However, you can see all it has done now is just named it to the number 2. So what we have to do now is just delete this. And now we just need to change the name and remove the number 2, just like so. And now we have RK_Spider_high.bnk. Remember, whatever the mod is, if you're putting in the sound mod, it has to match the original file name. So just like that, we now have installed the Cayman GT4, but we're not done yet, guys. Now, because the Porsche replaced the file in the TD2 directory called the RK Spider, which you might remember as the rough spider in game, we now need to change the name of the vehicle in game. But how do we do that? That is with the vehicle editor, TD2 VPE. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a mods folder in the TD2 Unpacked game folder. You guys can see we're going to need a couple of things. First, copy these 2 into your mods folder like so. Then go back to your downloads. And then remember the TDU deck file that we also just downloaded from the site. Then you also want to paste these right here, like so. Now open up TD2 VPE. It's going to say make a setup first. Click OK. Now you want to choose the root folder, which is where we just unpacked our game to. You guys already know this is going to be called the TD2 Unpacked folder. So go there right now, click on it, then click OK. Now we're going to find the TDU deck install folder, which we already know is going to be here. We'll go to the same folder location as we put it in, which is TDU2 Unpacked, and then mods, then click OK. Now click done and then save. And this is going to change what is inside your database and open up this whole new menu. So remember the RK Spider? Well, very simple. We need to change that to the Cayman GT4. All you have to do now is find the rough, which is somewhere here on the list right here. Then we're going to see RK Spider. Then we click load, and this is going to be all of the information about the rough spider. However, we know we have to change the name. All you have to do now is go to names. You're going to see here brand selector. You're going to scroll down and look for Porsche. Click this. Then we're going to find Cayman. Then the sub model name, we're going to put GT4 like so. Now click apply. and this has now changed to the Porsche Cayman GT4, and you will see this change in game. I'll show you as well. Now, to give you another example, I have a Carrera GT mod. I'll also link this down in the description below. You can see front end sound vehicles in the B&K folder. Remember, copy and then paste this like so, replace the files in the destination. And now you have to remember what this name was. You can see it replaces the RT12. Now, go back to vehicle editor, go back to rough, for example, then find the RT12, which is right here. Click on load. Now brand selector, remember we're going to change this to Porsche, which if we scroll down is right here. Model name, Carrera, submodel name, GT. Then all we have to do now is click apply, and then we're good to go. Now this vehicle editor can go in a lot more detail. For example, you can change which dealership the vehicle is in. You guys can see it's in Oahu, European Car West. You can see the Cayman GT4 is there, and also the Carrera GT is there, as well as the 918 and the 911. You could also change the colors. You guys can see here, we have all these color names. I could actually change these to the manufacturer color names if I wanted, just by clicking here. However, I'm not going to do that. As you guys can see, we're going to leave that the way it is. You can also change its vehicle class, for example, its price, the dimensions of it, the grip performance. However, don't cheat, guys. Do not cheat in Project Paradise 2. I promise you, you will get caught. It's not worth it, especially since I'm going to be doing some real events inside the game very soon with some very cool giveaways. Logitech. But anyways, let's continue. It's worth noting that if you do sound mods as well, the time ignition is very key because you could change this so that it better fits the vehicle. You can also change the engine type. You guys can see engine position, all of this, transmission, brake performance. Again, this is a very in-depth vehicle editor. I've kind of already gone over it before, so I'll leave the link down to that video probably in the comment section. But other than that, you're good to go. So now let's take a look at our beautiful work of art. What you want to do is open up Launcher, and first you might want to change this to offline. Since dealerships are server based, mods might be deactivated. However, you can still buy them offline and then go back online. So let's switch this to offline and make sure your game type is modded, because when the game has been unpacked, you want to select modded. But now let's click X and let's play offline. This is going to open up the game and I will show you our beautiful work of art. Okay, so here we are loaded up. Let's end up going to the dealership that is right here. And you guys should see our beautiful work of art. Here is the correct name, the Cayman GT4, guys. If we sit in here, you guys can see. It sounds beautiful. So we're going to buy this real quick. Now the other mod we bought is the Carrera GT, which you guys can see is right here. If we sit in here, let's take a look at this beautiful mod. Get into the car. You can see the camera is a bit broken. Now I will show you how to fix that in game. But for now, let's buy this vehicle. You guys can see. Let's actually change this to, I don't know what color you would normally get. You know what? You might as well do that. You can see different colors. Why would we not choose red? Buy. And then bam. Move the roof like so. Windows. Yes. Now again, the head is sitting a bit high, but we'll fix that and I'll show you really quick how. Now in TD2 VP, if you go to miscellaneous, open up sensitive data and go to vehicle IDs, you can see something called the ID camera. Now this ID camera will basically change the camera location of your interior cam. So very simple, you can see it's on 428. Now you kind of have to do trial and error to get this right. Now, if I could try and guess, let's see if we can find the ID for the ID cams are right here. You can see there's 425. Let's actually change this to 425 from the Cayman. And we're going to click OK. Then we're going to click apply like so. And this is going to change the ID camera of that car to 425. Now all we have to do is if we reopen the game, you will see the camera has been changed. Now as you can see, we're in a different position, but it is still kind of weird. But you guys get the point. Basically, you have to kind of find the right camera ID for your vehicle. It is going to be a bit hard, but once you actually find it, I'm telling you, it's going to work out very nicely. But other than that, if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe for more content. I hope you are able to now mod vehicles very easily in the game. Like so, you guys can see I'm pretty much now going to have some fun with some new camera mods, which by the way, reverse camera. Oh man, this is exactly what you'd want in a TDU game, a reverse camera. Anyways, I'll see you guys in another video. I'm out. Peace.